We switched up the room.
But we didn't switch outfits.
No, we didn't, because fuck that.
I don't know, what are we giving? Oh my god, it's actually like, it's giving like a Big Brother.
It gets a little bit, yeah.
Big Brother.
I kind of love it.
Right, girls, welcome back to Girls2Men.
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She had 2-3 drinks, now she's working. She throw it out and come back in. That's my best friend.
Honestly, I want to give another little quick shout out to the Atelier Loft Art Hotel.
Beautiful are these rooms.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful places in Ubud. Each room is unique.
So different.
Like you saw our whimsical Harry Potter room before. This one is kind of like.
What's this giving? Is that like kind of giving Greek?
I have no idea, but there's like an electric guitar up there. It's
really cool.
Yeah, this is giving me like rock star.
Yeah, is that meant to be an old TV?
Yeah, this is giving me like a rock star's house.
I wish they could see that.
It's very cool.
It's really, really cool.
We're going to link this place in the description. So if you come to
Absolutely.
Bali and you go to Ubud, which we highly recommend because we love Ubud.
Definitely.
Stay at the Atelier Art Hotel. This place is...
You see why it's called Art Hotel?
It's beautiful. It is artistic. It's gorgeous.
I love it.
But anyway, we have something really interesting today.
Well, we should say anyway, boys.
Anyway, boys.
Or men, because this is our first male series.
This
Should we
is-
name it?
Yeah.
Boys to Men?
Girls to... Oh, that's a great band. Although we've come to the end of the road.
Girls
This
to
is just gonna be karaoke from now on. So, Cassie put a poll on her story
did.
because we were getting quite a few men comments, which is all men on TikTok apparently, comment on everything.
Gosh.
They're like, yeah, girls, go girls, or like, you guys have no idea.
No, like the men were giving
Insecure.
it's giving boy.
Insecure. We had a lot of amazing men though, and so Cass put up a story being like, okay, we're gonna do a male series. What do you wanna learn? And so what did we have as the options?
So,
Because it was really good.
yeah.
But this one was specifically overwhelmingly what men wanted to hear.
Yeah, so we're gonna do all of these,
Yeah.
but like we'll just do the most requested one first. So the most requested one was how to find your dream woman in 2026.
Love
so this
that.
is what we're gonna talk about today. And then we got, do men actually want a strong woman, which is cool? Do men really even know what they want? Or the masculine versus feminine debate, which we've spoken about already, but we will go into more detail about
I
that.
love that men want to know, like, do men even know what they want? It's giving that they don't know what they want if
Right?
they want us to talk about it.
Even the fact that the most requested one was like how to find your dream woman, it means that like men are struggling too.
Yeah.
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 Just how we're struggling to find our dream man, men are also struggling.
So we're kind of going to mix two because it's how to find your dream woman in 2026, but also how to get your dream woman in 2026.
How to keep her at this point as well.
Yeah, exactly. Because there is no point in just finding her if you can't get her.
No, exactly.
Right? There needs to be certain things in place. So, welcome to Girls2Men.
Girls to men.
Yeah.
Where is that word? Or women to
No,
men?
Girls2Men.
Okay,
this
girls
is
to
two
men.
girls talking to men.
Girls to men.
Girls2Men.
Let's go.
Let's go. So different. So, ladies, if you're watching, great, because you're gonna love this. But send this to your male friends, your brother, your husband, your cousins, your boyfriend,
Your situationship.
Lord.
Maybe don't send it to them. Maybe send it to like their friend to send to them. Or like put it out there.
I love that. So this is the start of our Girls2Men series.
Excited.
Yeah. Okay. So off the bat here, we've come up with a bit of list, but let's talk about the truth about modern dating at the moment, because obviously, like you just said, it's not just women that are struggling; it's men as well.
Yeah.
But we women we are very prone to understanding and being hyper aware of red flags now.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not just about the looks anymore. Energy really does talk. And so what I found is because of like the Me Too movement and everything, a lot of guys are too scared to be like the masculine approaches anymore, and so they're not really approaching women.
What can we like actually talk about this? So, do you think it's since the apps as well? Do people just feel like they don't need to? Is it one? It could be one that they're scared, but I guess it's also laziness, right?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, they don't want to come off the wrong way. That's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because of everything that's happened. But yeah, there's just too much fear, and the fear encompasses everything. But it's kind of like, if you see someone, let's just say you're in the gym,
Yeah.
right, and you're like, she is incredible. Like, she would be my dream girl, and you are not approaching her, you're never going to know, because fat chance, let's say it's a woman like me, I'm not on the apps. Cassie's not on the apps. You're not going to find us again.
Exactly.
Unless you happen to run into us again.
And I say this every day on my work calls, because guys are like, I don't know how to find women. And I'm like, well, I get it, right? Because you're not on the apps, they're not on the apps. You're not going partying, then the types of women that you want aren't going partying. So then it limits your pool already. Yeah. So then, okay, think of what you do. I go and get coffee, go to a cafe. If you see a nice girl, approach her. At the gym.
Buy her a cup of coffee, for goodness sakes.
If a guy was just like, hey, you looked really nice, I just thought I'd buy you a coffee, of course I would talk to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and this is free.
If I'm standing in front of him and he wants to like attract me, just go tap your card, honey, and say, hey, this one's on me.
It's really not that hard.
Strike up a conversation.
But what I will say though is make sure you've had some eye contact first.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because if a girl wants you to come and approach her, she'll make it very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She might be shy. There are a lot of shy girls that can't hold eye contact. So there are going to be times that you have to put yourself out there as well. So
maybe smile at her.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Smile at her. But again,
simple.
She might look away though. But you don't. Yeah. No, there's plenty that do.
Really?
Yeah. So I always congratulate the guys that do come up to me. Always.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to be turned off.
No.
So I've had lots of guys approach me and I'm not interested, or I'm seeing someone, and I'll just say, look, I'm taken. However, thank you for approaching me. I think that's what real men do. So please continue. That's amazing. And they'll always say, oh man, thank you so much. Thank you.
It
That's
takes
great.
a lot of confidence. And do you know what? Guys are really good about it. Like, I've been approached quite a few times in Bali when I had a boyfriend, right? And I'd always be like, oh, sorry, like, I'm in a relationship. And they were just like, oh, sorry.
Exactly.
And I don't know, I was like, fair play to you.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't know that I was in a relationship.
Exactly.
I told you, you were respectful enough to be like, I'm sorry, and you walked away.
Yeah.
But you know what? You shooted your shot. Shot your shot.
You shot your shot.
You shot your shot, right? So, fair play to you. I love that. And I feel like, especially in Australia, right, I see this a lot, and what we obviously used to live there, men don't come up to any of the women.
Not
the women approach the men. The women approach the men. Well, when I was living there, they still approach women, but like the women are approaching the men these days. It's like, is it because they're scared, or is it because they're just like, I could just swipe at home and get an option and get someone to come around and root me there?
But again, that's not you getting your dream girl, is it?
No.
There is a big difference between finding the
girl for the night,
the wife, exactly, or the girl for the night.
Yeah, so we're saying essentially dream girl is like someone that you would want to wife.
This is what you want to marry.
Yeah, this is your wife material, right?
Yeah, you want to have kids with her.
Yeah, so
you want to take her home and do Christmas traditions with her. Christmas traditions with her. This is the kind of woman that we're talking about, okay?
And she's probably not, I hate to break it to you, going to be on the apps.
No.
There are some high value women on the apps, I will say that, but they're few and far between.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So I would say, get out there more, join a run club, go to a cafe, go to the gym.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that kind of lifestyle,
make it. You can't, okay, that's number one for me. You cannot expect to call in your dream woman who is X, Y, Z, Y, blah, 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 and you don't have any of those qualities yourself.
Yeah.
You need to become, and this is on the list here, you need to become the dream man first to attract your dream girl.
This is so important. Again, it depends on the type of woman that you're trying to call in as well. Like, but if you want someone who has her own life going on, has a good group of friends, is very attractive, is disciplined, goes to the gym, has a passion, has drive,
eats well,
takes care of herself, is a woman of God, whatever it is, you gotta be that.
You need to do that yourself.
And we say this to women all the time, like, you're not going to call in the right man if you're not doing what you want.
It's got to go both ways.
A standard is a standard for a reason, because you met your own standards.
Exactly.
You just want someone to meet the same standards.
And even if you, and I'm going to say this, even if you fooled a girl into getting with you and liking you, you can do that. Even if you fooled her, long term it's not going to work anyway, because the values aren't actually there, because she's going to see through your facade at some point. Become the man first. It is so important. And what I would say, if you don't have that yet, do not date.
Or, okay, there's a difference between dating and like wanting to have fun. If you're young, you just want to be casual with a girl, that's fine, but make sure you're honest with her.
Exactly.
Just say it straight from the get-go. Just say, hey, I actually don't want anything serious. Like, I'm not looking for that right now because you don't have your life together. You can still date, but like, make sure you know and make sure you make her aware of that.
Exactly.
And then when you are ready to actually find a wife or even a girlfriend, right? A long-term girlfriend if you're still like younger. Yeah, you need to be ready for that. And you need to kind of be financially ready to like court her as well.
Well, this is right, but this is for the man who is ready to find his dream girl. Like, this is what I'm saying. Do not date until you get all of your values aligned and you're actually practicing what you're preaching, because you're not ready then. And so don't waste someone's time, don't waste your own time.
Exactly. It's not
so
fair.
yeah, if you want a girl who has a great body, you better start going to the gym. You better be consistent. You better start eating well. You want a girl who maybe she's business minded. You better have your own business.
Exactly.
You know? You want a girl who's got a good group of friends and has a great relationship with her family. You better have a good relationship with your family. You better have a good group of guy mates, right?
Otherwise, what do you expect?
Exactly.
Then that's inauthentic. And
so, yeah.
That's a very, very big thing.
Exactly.
And also, yeah, you can't just be like taking a girl out when you can't really even have the means to do that.
No, that's,
Especially if you're wanting a girl with a bougie lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, so that's step one, is you have to be the dream man first to find your dream girl. And there is no skirting around this. Like, you literally cannot cut corners in this. That's the foundation of magnetism, right? You don't attract what you want, you will attract what you are.
Oh,
okay.
That is so true. And look, if you've had a tough life, like we all have, do some healing.
Exactly.
Do some
trauma as
fuel. Trauma is fuel. Trauma builds character.
It does.
Right? And like, I'm all for learning about people's trauma. I actually love it. We love getting deep. And that's fine as well. Get deep with women, be vulnerable, but also work through it. Because an unhealed person, you're not ready. You're not ready. And like, we've all been there, we've done it. But like, if you want to call in someone amazing and like someone that's going to be an amazing mother to your kids, and someone who's going to give you peace and not problems, you need to give her peace and not problems.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're going to call in what you are. We've all been there.
Unhealed. Unhinged.
Yeah, literally.
Your ADD is
so I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop this right now. Okay.
Like, the couch is giving.
I'm like, I'm aware. Yeah. I'm consciously aware.
Step 2.
My bandages out.
Feet in the walls. Alright, if you want to find and get with your dream girl, you also have to build your masculine integrity. Right, integrity is sexier than abs, keeping your word, staying consistent, being accountable. That's what a real man does. Absolutely. If you've got a dream girl in front of you and you start being inconsistent in communication, you best believe that girl is going to start to pull away and then you're going to miss her.
You're like, it's just such bare minimum stuff as well. We're not talking about like telling her you love her all the time and being over the top. When we say consistent, we just mean showing up for her.
Exactly.
Checking in. You know, you don't need to text her 24/7 because that can also be annoying. But like,
if you don't have a job,
check in, just be like, thinking of you, baby, or like, I'm really busy at work, can't wait to see you later. I want to see you soon.
Yep.
How's your day? Hope you have an amazing day. It's very simple.
Yep.
You know, plan a date. Be consistent with wanting to see her. Make her enough of a priority that you need in your life. I mean, you can't make her too much of a priority, but
if you like her and you're like, I can actually see a future with this woman, you need to show her that you are being consistent with her. Because if you start to give any signal of inconsistency, this is where we develop insecurity as women. And what we do is we'll start to pull away to protect ourselves.
It's the hot and cold for us, right? It's the mixed signals.
Yep.
Like, if we start to get any inkling of that, we will pull away.
We were just talking about this today.
And it will be very subtle. You won't know at the start, but we're already thinking
exit strategy.
Maybe he's not my husband.
Exactly. So you do not want to fumble your dream girl by being inconsistent because you're scared. You have to be a man of integrity, which means if you say you're going to do something, if you say you're going to take her out, you take her out. And that doesn't mean texting her an hour before you're supposed to take her out to then give her dates and plans. You have to say, I am going to take you out on this day at this time. Perfect. Then the morning of, you send us a reminder text and be like, hey baby girl, cannot wait to see you, I'm picking up at 6. You don't have to text her for the rest of the day.
You don't. And actually, it's actually better if you don't.
Yeah,
right?
do not.
But it's just a simple thing of like, I've made the plan, I am courting you, I'm trying to not chase you, but like
Pursue.
I'm pursuing you.
Yeah.
I'm making it known. I'm the man. I am the leader, and I'm ready for you.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that.
That's sexy.
And pick them up, please, unless you're like super far away.
No. Then organize something to get them from
Organize a
A
flight.
to B. Organize something.
Do something.
It is a man's job to figure out navigation.
And my goodness, do not invite her to your place. If you want to take a woman seriously and you want her to take you seriously, then you should be waiting as well.
Yes.
Don't
It's a
just
whole other thing.
Yeah.
If you have your dream girl in front of you, do not try to sleep with her on the first date.
please don't. Even if the sexual chemistry is wild, you know.
Great. Wait for it. Wait even more wild.
When you wait, it's just like there's just something that happens.
Yeah.
You actually get to know each other properly without the lust getting in the way.
Exactly.
Because that really does skew the way you actually
Lust
think
is
about
a
someone.
sin, baby boy. You know what I'm saying?
It really is. And girls feel that too. So
Yes.
and do you know what? She'll respect you so much. Gentlemen are just like so high on the list of what a woman wants. All we want is for someone to open the car door, plan a date, walk on the right side of the road, hold your hand, order for you, do nice things.
Give me a kiss though.
Give me a kiss.
If we have that amazing energy, I want a kiss at the end of the day.
I think you should give a kiss.
And I want like a passionate kiss.
Yeah.
But then pull back, and before you say goodbye, this is your dream girl, remember? You're gonna be locking in plans for the next time to see her.
Please.
Very
that's
important.
That's consistency. It's just being like, you
That's
know what?
masculine integrity.
I had a great day.
Yeah.
When am I seeing you again?
Yeah.
Even if it's in 2 weeks, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
If you're making
You're locking it. You're literally locking it
down.
in.
Yeah.
Lock it down.
Otherwise, someone
That
else
shows
will.
exactly.
Yeah.
If this is my favorite thing, if he won't, another man will.
Exactly. Women say, don't let your boyfriend stop you from meeting your husband.
Yes. Literally.
So, you might be someone that they're seeing, but someone better will come along unless you show up as the best man she can get.
And that's the thing, we are looking for a consistent man, because a consistent man we can lean on. A consistent man can provide for us, can be a family man, can be a great husband and father. That is biologically what we women are wired to look for. So if you say you're going to do something and you don't follow through, that is a massive red flag for us.
As soon as we feel confused about something, that's when we're like, nah.
Right?
I want to feel safe.
Exactly.
The biggest thing, when a woman feels safe with a man, she will enter her feminine era. She will just feel so soft because you've got her, right? And she feels that. And there's something so special about feeling that way. If you don't make her feel like that and you make her feel confused all the time, she's not feeling safe.
No, and that's it. Safety comes from congruency with your words and your actions. It is really that simple, guys.
Because men are like, oh, you know, she just wants me to do everything for her and this, that, and the other. And it's just like, oh, she's so masculine. Why do you think she is?
That means you're not showing up in your masculine frame.
Yeah.
Yeah? So if you're going to get your dream girl, what are we at so far? You must approach.
You
put
have
yourself
to,
out there.
Put yourself up. Don't be scared of rejection.
No, don't be scared of rejection. And have your masculine integrity. So knowing that you're in a place in your life where you're ready to court someone.
Yeah.
And you're like, I freaking like this woman in front of me so much. So then being consistent with your words and your actions.
Yeah.
So following through.
And it doesn't have to be, we're not saying like take her to fine dining all the time, right?
No.
When we say court, we just mean like, you're just being a gentleman, you're taking her out, you're listening to the little things that she says, you're remembering things. You might get her a little bouquet of flowers here and there.
Little chocolate.
A little chocolate, you know, like whatever it is. We're not saying get her diamonds, right? But like, these are just little things that make a woman feel so special.
Yeah, and then continue to plan to see her.
Please.
Right. There is nothing worse than having an amazing first date, and then it's like, bye, and then it's like, oh, what am I hearing? Like, I thought this was great.
Yeah.
Guys,
That's when anxiety starts to
yeah,
happen.
you think you're playing it cool? Trust
me, I'm
me,
not.
we women don't want you to play it cool. I don't want you to be all soppy, but I want you to show me that you're masculine by saying, I've had a great time with you. When am I seeing you next on that date? I'll say, oh, okay, well, I'm free in 5 days from now, so I'm free on Saturday night. Great. Look at your schedule, right? Show me that you're busy as well.
Yes.
Look at your schedule. I can make that work. I'll make time for you.
Oh, these are the things every girl wants to hear is, I will make time for you. Do not tell her you're busy either. Just be like, I'll make time
don't
for
say
you.
that.
No, because then she'll think that she's not
Calling her a
priority.
bitch. You're calling her a
Yeah,
bitch. I've
pretty
seen
much.
that before.
Yeah, don't ever say that.
I'm busy. I'm literally going to think that you called me a bitch.
It's like, okay, well, you're too busy for me then. Bye.
Bye. Right? Busy equals bye.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Busy
Say
equals bye.
busy equals bye.
Yeah.
Put that on a t-shirt, boys.
Don't say that.
No.
No.
It's the, you know what? That's a hard day for me, but I'm going to make time to see you. I'm going to pick you up at 5 o'clock. I'll text you details closer to.
Effort. It's giving effort.
Great.
It's giving effort.
And then do you know what? Every day, do not bombard me with text messages. I don't like that.
Because there's a difference between like playing it cool, trying to be all like aloof and like trying to play games, and just being cool in a way where like you're not overwhelming her, you're not texting her all the time, but you're making it clear that you like her.
Yes.
You're being direct enough with her, and you're being a man.
Yes.
We don't need you to be blowing up our phones all the time.
You should be working.
Exactly, but we do need to know that we are
on your mind.
On your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Check in.
A good morning or a good night. Have you had an amazing day? Thinking of you, babe. Like,
well, I'll think of you way more than someone that's blowing up my phone.
God, if someone's I had one guy, Irish man, who was, to be fair, he was very rich, but like he just had way too much time on his hands because he built so much. But I was just like, why are you texting me so much? It was such a turn off. Don't do that. Do not do that.
And please don't send selfies.
Okay, I don't have an issue with a guy sending me selfies if he's somewhere. If I like him, I will like the selfie.
If you're at home, or if you're like wanting to know what I'm doing and you just say you're up and you send a selfie, I'm literally gonna gag.
No, that's a different story.
Please don't do that. And don't send gym stuff.
No, mine was like, I'm here at the club with my boys.
That's okay.
Wish you were here.
But an unsolicited selfie or dick pic, ew.
Oh, no. Okay. No, guys, never send a dick pic. No, I don't care if I'm dating you or I don't like that. I do not want you to send me any.
Please, especially when it's like unsolicited.
You're getting nothing from me.
Fair enough, if you're having phone sex, that's different. But like, if you just randomly send her that, what are you doing?
My face right now, I'm like, ew.
I know. But guys, think it's
mystery.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
gracious. That's not. Yeah, if you want to do that, you're not calling it a dream girl. Just saying, you're not a dream man.
No.
So, step 3 here, I like this. Be on your purpose. Yeah.
When we say purpose, are we talking life purpose?
A man who has a clear direction in life.
I love that.
That is when and how you're going to get and find your dream girl is when you know the direction that you're going in life, because as a masculine, you have to be the navigator.
This is true.
You are the compass, right? So how can I follow your lead if you don't know where you're going?
This is so true, and I feel like it's for men and women though. Like so many times in my life, I didn't really have direction. I didn't know where I was going, and I would never have been ready to be a wife at that point.
Right.
So it's like, I'm a woman, right? So if a man can't even do that, then how are you supposed to lead me? You know?
No. And this is the thing. Like, my notes I've got here. It's about him being driven. It's about him having self-discipline and having that passion and mission. That is what makes you absolutely irresistible to your dream woman.
Exactly.
If I meet a man now that lacks direction, that lacks passion, that lacks a mission, that lacks legacy building foundational skills, I'm out.
Yeah.
I do not have time for boys that have no direction.
Or that are just like Peter Pan, they just want to like run around and feel free.
That is directionless.
They don't want to feel settled.
Yeah.
That scares them. Ooh, commitment.
Yeah.
It's like, no. It's actually really sexy when a guy has a purpose, knows what he wants.
Yes.
Does he want a family?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a legacy? Like, what does your business look like in the future?
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to lead us?
Yes.
That is so hot.
A man who is obsessed with his passion will have a woman who is obsessed with him.
Oh, I love that.
Right?
And we can have passions too.
Yeah.
But it is just nice when a guy is
But I'm not the leader.
No.
And we don't want to be a true feminine doesn't want to be the leader.
No.
So if you are actually actively wanting to get married and calling your dream wife in 2026, you need to have a clear direction of where you're going. It doesn't mean you need to know the exact how, but you need to know where.
You need to know your why as well.
Yeah.
Why you want that.
Exactly.
Because like all the other stuff can be like figured out. We're not saying you need to have everything figured out, but yeah, just the direction. You're on the right trajectory in life.
Yeah.
That's really important for us to know that.
Yeah.
And that's something that I never even used to think about when I would date. All I would think about is what club are we going to and how hot are you and how many tattoos do you have?
Right, because we were not in our wife era.
Now I'm like, I don't care if you have tattoos.
Yeah.
I just wanted a good man.
Yeah. Good man. I just want a good man. You want a good man who's got a clear direction.
And who doesn't cheat.
A healthy bank account, loyal,
and a man of
God, valor, integrity, honesty.
I'm so masculine
clear
now.
communication.
I don't even care if you're
integrity.
5'10". If you're a masculine 5'10", it's okay.
Watch all the 5'10" slide into Cassie's DM.
Let's go. 5'10" minimum.
That's so funny. But I really love this. I think for me this is the most important because purpose can look like a lot of things. Purpose can come with faith as well.
This is true.
Purpose comes with legacy. I can't. I think there is literally nothing worse than a guy who is jumping into the dating pool, pretending that he wants to find his wife. Because let's be real, on social media there are a lot of guys out there who live in Dubai that are saying, "Oh, my future wife, my future wife, my future wife." They're still in their boy era. They've got no passion, no purpose besides scamming people.
And that's just like, again, that's just love bombing. Like, that's just what we said before. It's okay if you just want to date casually, if you want to date a few women, that's on you, that's your derogatory, right? But let her know. Don't pretend that you want to wife her. Don't pretend that it's like, oh, you know, oh, baby's names and everything, because you're just going to end up hurting someone.
Yeah.
And then you're hurting yourself internally because you know you're a bad person. What?
That's your prerogative. Not prerogative. Girls to dictionary.
It's been a long week, right?
It has been a long week.
That's mad derogatory.
That's your derogatory. To be fair, it sounds really similar.
It does.
I'm keeping that in. That's hilarious. I love that.
Anyway, prerogative.
That's your prerogative. That's
It really is though.
Okay, this, very important, and I wrote this because Olivia, Swedish girlfriend Olivia, she's really big on emotional intelligence. So, because she's a Capricorn, they're known for not being very emotionally intelligent. They shut down because they're all about money and success and everything. That was the Irish guy.
Yeah.
Completely emotionally immature and just, I don't know if I can say that word. But yeah, emotional intelligence for you guys, I really want you to understand it really is the new sexy. For a woman in her feminine, we are about emotions. Just check in like, hey baby, how do you feel?
Yeah.
This is where I'm wanting to go. This is the legacy that I'm trying to build. How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
Ask that simple question. You bring in the word feel.
It's so simple as well.
She will open up to you like no tomorrow.
You're going to be Russell Brand, but like just saying, how do you feel? I mean, I love his, what's the word? When you have like, you know, he's got really good vocabulary.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, he's clearly read that toilet paper of the day.
He's a man of words.
And a man of God now.
Yeah.
Russell Brand like that. No, like, it's so true that, and just being emotionally available as well.
Yeah.
Because that's a massive thing. Like, if you're not ready emotionally to commit to someone, then don't, because you're just going to break someone's heart.
Exactly.
And you're going to get broken in the meantime, right? Because
Exactly.
you might want to feel the love and everything, but if you're not emotionally ready and any little thing scares you, then what's the point? Right? Because you could find the love of your life or your dream woman.
Yeah.
But if you're not ready for her, you're not, like we said, the man that you need to be for her to be able to get this woman,
Yeah.
then there's going to be some broken hearts.
Exactly. And this is the thing, like if you actually want to have your dream relationship, like your dream marriage, your dream partnership, women, we fall in love with men that make us feel seen, safe and heard and understood. And how you do that is you ask us how are we feeling right now. It doesn't need to be every day, but like if you notice that we're a bit off, just check in, hey baby, how are you feeling today? You seem a bit off. What's going on?
It's literally so simple.
And don't try and fix her issues either, just be a safe space for us to talk about what's going through. Then you can ask us, what would you like me to do in this moment for you? Do you want me to be a listener or do you want me to try and problem solve?
Yeah.
Great, we'll tell you. But the woman who will respect you at the end of the day is the woman who does feel seen, safe and heard and understood by you. So just be that safe harbor.
It's communication.
Right?
Read some books on communication as well.
Like taking a genuine interest in your partner is what will keep the relationship incredible, like a dream relationship.
It's like when you see couples in restaurants and stuff and they're not talking, they're both on their phone. I find that so disturbing. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't really get it.
Yeah,
I've never been
communication
that
is
invested in a
everything.
relationship. No, communicate.
Communication is literally
Still
everything.
Date. You're constantly getting to know each other. You're constantly doing new things and evolving. Like, you can't let that slide.
No, and if you're just starting to date and you're like literally seeing this dream girl in front of you though,
do not be on your phone.
Well, obviously don't be on your phone because that's like a number one thing.
We have to say that these days. Like, don't go on your phone.
I've never been on a date.
You can check it.
Never.
If you're on business, you're standing on business, you can check it. But like, don't, because that's a red flag.
No.
Guys probably think, oh, it's cool, I'm gonna make sure.
No.
Make I feel like I've got all these options.
No.
Like,
I love
don't
it.
do that.
One guy gave me his phone to put in my bag.
Yeah, I've had that happen as
Yeah,
well.
hot. I love that.
Yeah.
No, what was I gonna say?
Sure.
Pause. What did you just talk about? Okay, right. So when you're going on a date with a girl and you have your dream girl in front of you, what I want you guys to do to make sure that she feels safe, seen, heard, and understood is you're going to start to drop like little emotional intelligence tips for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, show me that you know yourself, that maybe you've done therapy, whatever it is. Start to drop like some things that you've healed through or developed through.
Yeah.
We are so emotionally in tune to that as women. We will pick up on that, and that is showing me that you're emotionally intelligent. That's making me more attracted to you. Make sense?
Yes, even like when a guy talks about like a hobby or a passion of his, even if it's like nerdy or
lights
whatever,
up.
I love that.
Yeah.
It actually just makes me feel like all warm inside.
Yep.
I don't know, it's cute. And when a guy talks about the fact that they're like healing and they're going through therapy and that they do have past trauma but they're working through it,
Yep.
one, you hold yourself accountable.
Yep.
Two, you're working through it, right? You acknowledge that that's how you are and you want to like be a better man, but you're disciplined, you're evolving. Like that's really, really sexy.
Little stories about your family or your friends, what they've gone through and how that made you feel. Massive green flag.
Vulnerability is really hot.
Massive green
I don't
flag.
think it makes you weak in any way.
No.
Actually makes you more of a man.
This is intimacy. This is what we were talking about the other day. The vulnerability that you can share through emotionally intelligent stories and things that you've gone through. Those are green flag cues that we are looking out for.
Yeah, it will make us feel more connected, feel safer, and then we'll open up to you more as well. Like intimacy isn't just physical.
Nope. And we women need intimacy to fall in love.
We really do.
Otherwise it's just lust again.
Lust. And we'll stick around for lust, but
we can walk away.
we can walk away.
But walking away from true intimacy and love is so hard for us.
It's so hard, but that's when you fight for someone.
Exactly.
Yeah, when the values are there though.
Exactly.
That's another thing, you've got to know your core values. Otherwise, how are you going to align with someone else's?
Yeah.
And some men don't even know their values because they don't really have any.
Oh God, that's going to be the first thing. If you want to call in your again, this goes to the front of the video. You want to call in your dream wife, your dream girl. Sit down and write down your values. If you don't know your values at this age, my goodness, I'm guessing that most of you are 30 plus. What are you doing?
Well, I don't know. There's people that are 50 that say that they're not ready to settle down.
No, that's ridiculous.
Then
this is going to be for them then.
You've got some issues.
This is going to be for them. So what I said here, step 5, heal your wounds. You cannot expect to call in your dream woman if you are a mess.
This is true.
That's not fair.
You're messing up her life then as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is not your responsibility to come in and destroy someone else's life. It is your responsibility to fix yours first, then come in and actively make someone else's better.
Exactly.
I'm not looking for a man to make my life hell.
No.
My life is a beautiful, peaceful place. I'm looking for a man to add value.
This is another thing I say every day. Like, everyone's got their own lives, right? I think it's beautiful when people have their own lives, when they feel great in themselves, but then they're still a value add to each other.
Exactly.
They're still enriching each other's lives. You can help in different ways, and it just makes for a more beautiful partnership.
Yep, literally, guys.
You don't want to be someone's life.
No.
No.
And there is nothing gay about going to therapy, doing breath work, doing meditation, journaling,
Reading
in
the
your
Bible.
own time. I'm not asking you to post this shit on social media, okay?
No.
I'm asking you to do this for yourself.
Yeah.
Go and find yourself, understand your wounds, understand your traumas, how to overcome these things, work through them so then when you do get your dream girl, you're not self-sabotaging with your own wounds. You're not trying to protect yourself by hurting her first so she doesn't leave you because you have like a pattern of bringing in women who used to cheat on you, or you had abandonment issues from your parents, for example.
Yeah.
Right?
Heal through it.
Exactly. Like, women, we aren't the only crazy ones, alright? I know a lot of guys that have a lot of unhealed issues.
A lot of crazy men.
That walk around trying to get into relationships that then self-sabotage, destroy. They're calling the same type of woman, the same shit happens. And again, they're not looking at who is the common denominator. It's you.
Yeah. And we had the same talk with the women.
Right? With the same talk.
Yeah, because you're calling in the unhealed version of yourself.
Exactly. So heal your wounds first before you start to call in any
That should be just like the very, very, very
bare
first step.
minimum.
Are you ready?
Bare minimum. Step 6, we love this one. We kind of talked about it a little bit. But I said here, this is where you're not chasing, you're attracting, but you're pursuing. So you need to attract by magnifying, magnetizing, by being the man, right? The dream man. But please, you have to pursue. We need to go back to like old masculine, feminine energies in
Men
balance.
used to slay dragons.
Literally.
Like, come on.
You can pursue. You can pursue.
Because if you're
us.
not pursuing her, someone else is. And this is the thing, right? Women have options. Men might think that they have options, but when it comes to a wife, men don't have that many options.
I think they do.
Really?
This is where I disagree with you. I think that they do because we're talking about a dream woman.
That's what I mean. I don't
Dream woman, but a lot of guys will not. They'll just settle for less.
Yeah, of course.
And I see that.
That's settling, and then they'll end up cheating on her.
Exactly. So like, if you actually want the dream woman, you don't really have that many options.
I would say no.
If you're in a caliber, like a high.
If you want a woman for the night, of course, there's endless options. If you just want to have fun, there's endless options. If you just want to coast with someone and have a yes girl that's just going to do everything you say, you probably do have a lot of options.
But vice versa though, I don't know if you've seen the statistic, but they said like,
I think we have less options, if I'm honest.
95% of women are being attracted to the top 5% men.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah. It's alright. God is good.
Yeah, but like that's wild.
I thought it was actually 80% of women are chasing 20% of men.
No, it's like 95.5.
No, that's crazy.
It's so crazy, because, but I think it's social media. I think this is all a social media problem. So I always say, again, you need to date in your bucket.
Please.
I'm going to say that really nicely. You need a date in your bucket. And so you need to design, okay, what kind of bucket am I sitting in? What kind of dream girl is actually sitting in my bucket? Then become that dream man. If you want to go after the Pilates princess who stays at home and reads her Bible and cooks healthy food and can take care of her own and has a great relationship with her family and has good friends, blah, 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 then you need to be the guy who can provide for her, but then pursue her. So then when she does pay you some attention, you will keep her attention because you are already that man.
Exactly.
You are how do you say? You hold yourself to such a high standard that you've been true to your word in becoming the man that she deserves to be with.
Yeah, 100%, because she does deserve that, right?
Exactly.
Otherwise, there will be other guys that will try and do that for her.
Yes. I still think like
a Pilates princess that reads the Bible, doesn't go out, is going to be a perfect mother, looks amazing. Like, there's a lot of guys that would be interested in that.
Yeah.
Maybe not in Bali, where there's a lot of those, but like, Bali, come to Bali. Actually, no, don't.
Habibi, come to Bali.
Come to Bali.
Or no, just don't.
Or no.
No, but seriously, boys, like, let's bring back the art of pursuing. Because again,
don't listen to Dabs.
No. Because even if you get all these qualities and you design your bucket and you start to go to the gym and you start to eat well and you start to take care of your values and everything, if you're not actively going out there and pursuing and putting yourself out there, you're still not going to get anywhere.
No.
Because I don't want you to meet these girls on apps because you're not going to. You're going to struggle. So you need to go to places like organizations, fundraising, networking, people's parties, friends of friends who are having like
Socialize.
a 30th birthday dinner. Ask to go to those. Get out there.
Get out there. Put yourself out there.
Put yourself out there. Go to the gym. Go to the classes. Go to the run clubs. And then go up to her.
Yeah, it's true.
Then go up to her, pursue her.
And don't listen to that, because I know, there's a lot of these pages on Instagram. What is it? The soft
God.
man, whatever it is.
What was that?
Yeah. So there's,
what's it called again?
Oh my gosh.
Soft
Something.
Soft man things?
Soft man, I don't know, tactics?
Yes! Soft man.
Gentleman tactics.
That's it, gentleman tactics.
Right. Please don't follow stuff like that. No. Because, it does work, right? If you're going to let a woman chase you and you're going to make her feel like she's not the prize and you're going to show her that you've got options and she's going to want to be with you, that's true. However, that is the wrong type of girl.
Yeah.
We're talking about your wife here, and she wants to be pursued.
Your baby mama.
And she's not going to chase after you because, honey, she doesn't need to.
Because then if she's in her masculine.
Exactly.
And again, if she's in her masculine chasing after you, the energies are off.
No.
Which means the relationship is going to be off.
It's not going to be a good husband and wife situation.
Exactly. You're going to have to work on that together, right? So please, let's bring back the art of pursuit. It's very important.
Sexy.
But that's it for our list. So that's the how to get. Where to find her? Like, was that was the first pass of where to get my dream girl in 2026? So we would say like, you can't, and you know what? I would actually do this for some fun. Grab a friend, a single friend, who's also a good man. Who's also a good man. I mean, he doesn't have to be single actually, but a good man.
I don't think that. I think he should be single.
Go to a Pilates class together.
Yeah.
Go, and you're just yourself. You can do these. Your run clubs. Your charity organizations.
Yeah. Get some activities going. Get some hobbies.
If you're into church, go to church. if you've got friends who are having like birthday parties, do the thing where they say, hey, can you bring a single girlfriend?
Yeah.
Everyone brings a single friend.
Yeah.
This is how people used to meet people back in the day. They would have mixer parties.
Exactly, yeah.
Mixer parties were a thing.
So fun. Everyone met organically.
Exactly.
It wasn't these apps, but I'm telling you, you're constantly going to be wanting a new dopamine hit on these apps.
Every 20 seconds.
Please, looks are not that deep, right? Obviously, you want to be attracted to the person, but like,
They're not
you
everything.
can't tell a lot about a person from like a quick swipe.
No.
And usually, like, it's not going to end well. So, leave the apps at home, get out there again,
Yeah.
be manly, be outgoing,
Yeah.
be bold.
Yeah. And just
Not bold in that way. I'm joking.
guys are looking at like it's and joking and they're like, she's not going to be bold.
Unless you're Jason Statham.
Oh, it's hard. Yeah. But literally, put yourself in the right places. That is number one. And then when you are in those right places and you are in the right mindset as a man, you've got clear direction, go up to her, introduce yourself. You don't have to be corny. You can literally just say, hey, I just wanted to come up here and just say, I think you're amazing. Are you single? Very simple.
The worst that is going to happen is she's going to say, no, I'm not.
Done. Be like, great,
Okay.
have a lovely day.
That's it.
The best is she's going to say yes. And then you could follow up with, I would love to take you out if you'd be open to it.
I'm telling you, she's
Casual,
going to say yes.
if
She's
you'd be
going
open
to
to
say
it,
yes.
right?
She's going to say yes.
Right? And then what you do when you're on that date, you obviously plan the day.
Please.
Keep consistent with your actions and your words. Make sure that you remind her the day of, early in the morning, not late.
Preferably pick her up.
Okay? Pick her up. No, not preferably. Pick her up. Pick her up. Don't. You need to get her from A to B. You need to sort that shit out somehow. Get her from A to B.
Even if you're
right?
ordering her an Uber.
Literally, get her from A to B. Then you impress your dream girl on the date
Yeah.
by locking eyes with her,
Mhm.
being present, asking her about her.
I didn't even think we needed to include that, but apparently we do, because I've spoken to a lot of girls who have said, they asked me nothing about me. And I'm like, that should be bare minimum. Are you interested in her or not? Like,
Exactly.
well, I guess that just means that you're just trying to bang. But like, if
Show
you do like
interest.
someone, show interest.
Yep.
And especially if she's asking you questions, just reciprocate the question.
But then, here's the ticker. When she's asking you questions, drop some stories and things that show your emotional intelligence. Because we are taking notes of everything on that date.
And take note of what she actually says.
Yeah, try to remember the little things.
There's nothing more sexy when a guy's like, oh, I know you said this the other day, this reminded me of that.
Exactly.
I'll be like, what?
Right?
Hot.
Because you're paying attention to me.
You're paying
Right?
attention.
Then at the end of the day,
You're not just looking at the body,
no,
you're looking
at everything.
at everything.
You drop her home, give her a kiss if everything's gone well, then you pull back and you just say, I've had an amazing time.
Plan.
When can I see you next?
Plan.
Plan it now. Don't plan it on text, you plan it now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then don't bombard her.
No.
You do one daily check-in, okay?
And if that ends up being a
That's
conversation, great. But if it doesn't, it's still a nice check-in.
No, you go and be busy. Because
Yeah.
you still want her to be like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Right?
But
Be
not,
consistent.
not in like a game way.
No,
but just
just
you are busy, right?
just be genuinely busy.
Yeah.
Fill your time with things that a dream man would do.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the gym, playing sports, catching up with his friends, calling his mum, going to church, doing his study, building his business, calling his
Hobbies.
clients, meal
I love
prepping.
it. I
I've
love
almost
it.
named 10 things there.
You could be very busy.
Very
with your day.
busy.
Oh, so hard.
Very busy, and then you're pursuing her.
Exactly.
And you're being consistent because you're a man of integrity and value.
Consistency is key.
That is a very extensive list.
Guys, if you haven't learned anything from this,
What are you doing?
I think you're
You're
deaf.
paying attention. You're Helen Keller. You're
Please.
deaf, blind, and mute, huh?
Please drop some comments, drop any kind of like aha
Yeah,
moments.
big segue. Yeah.
Yeah, because we'd love to know. And keep
comments.
asking us questions.
Yes.
We will get to them.
This is the start of
Girls to
Men. Honestly, boys, like and subscribe. Send this to your
Please.
guy mates.
Yeah.
And we will see you in the next one. Bye.